Hi everyone, it's your friend with the funny family, and I have more funny family stories for you coming up on Pineapple Thursday. So this story is hilarious. It's about when I saved my mom from social services. Yeah, that happened. So my sister this was the third emergency room visit in 6 months. The first one, we were riding the garage door up. Yeah. What? We were crazy kids. We decided that'd be fun. They had the little handles on the end of the garage and you could hold on to them. They were kind of so that you could pull them up manually as well. We decided that it would be fun if you hold on to that handle. Yeah. And you push the garage door, and as it goes up, you get to like ride it up, and then you drop off before it gets too high. That was the idea anyway. So I think I had already done this once, and I had successfully completed a ride, and it was fun, and now it was my sister's Leah's turn. I had gone inside to ask my mom to open the garage door, and she was like, okay. She kind of assumed I was like wanting to get my bike out or something. So she opens the garage door for me, and we see these little tiny feet hanging from the garage door. Oh my gosh. My poor mom. She's like, ah! And so she stops the garage door from going up. Well, when she stops it, it kind of rocks. And my sister lets go and falls. We call for an ambulance to come out to the house and, make sure she's okay. Turns out she had no injuries. Everything was fine. It was a tumble, but, kids bounce. Kids bounce way better than adults bounce. When ambulance goes out to someone's house, they make a report about it. So they reported that they had come out to our address and checked out this young girl who had fallen from the garage door. Everything was fine, but it was in a report. Well, a few weeks later, she broke her arm. Okay, I broke her arm. I broke her arm, okay, I admit it.
You're a monster!
I was trying to put my sister on a stool. The stool tipped because we're tiny, and she fell off the stool. Now, when she fell, she put her hand out to catch herself and hyperextended her elbow. Good job, Madison. Good job. Let's go with silver today. Let's see about silver. Oh, maybe. So she hyperextends her arm, and we go to the hospital because my mom saw it. She was like, oh, yeah. We go to the emergency room, and they have to put her in a cast. Luckily, even though it was hyperextended, nothing was terribly damaged, but she did have to wear a cast for, I think, 6 weeks. At this point, again, they have to report what happened. So, small child broke her arm at her home, same address, not looking good for the parents. She had just gotten out of her sling, like maybe a week or two before this next incident happened. Sorry, Leah. We were kind of rough on you. And we are playing around, and she breaks her arm again. This time Preston broke her arm. It wasn't me. It was Preston. We show up to the hospital, and they separate my brother and I from my mom. And, there's still like glass windows so she can still see what's going on, but we are separated from her until they can figure out what's going on with the situation. What's going on with the situation? This kid is being abused. So they are asking my brother and I, like, what happened, And my brother tells the story, like, yeah, we were just horsing around. We were playing, and she broke her arm. And my mom, of course, is a nervous wreck at this point. She's like, I'm gonna have my kids taken away from me. I'm gonna have my kids taken away from me because my kids were too rowdy. I'm gonna do my eyeliner and mascara and then come back to the story because it's really hard to do that on camera, so hold on. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna keep talking. So she's watching me tell this story, and I am this huge brown-eyed 6-year-old who is like,
oh my God, let me tell you what happened.
So they don't even have to like ask. Like most of the time you kind of have to like, hey, what happened? Like, you know, I think in abused homes, kids aren't likely to speak up either, which is really sad. But I was like,
let me tell you what happened.
How did your sister break your arm?
Okay, we were swinging around. My brother was swinging us around and then letting us go, and we would land on the couch. And like I got swung around and I tossed to the couch and I landed poof right on the cushion.
These people are like, this kid is stinking adorable. Like, I think they were having trouble not laughing. Like, they were kind of snickering to themselves like, okay, we have to be serious, but oh my God. This is hilarious. This kid is just so animated.
And then my brother went to swing Leah around, and he swung around, and she landed right underneath the couch. She didn't hit the cushion.
At this point, they are trying so hard not to laugh. They're like, there's no way that this kid is lying about what happened. They come out and they're chuckling to themselves, and they're like telling my mom, like, you're good, like, you're fine, don't worry about it. And she's like, really? And they're like, oh yeah, you know, you're fine. Like, there's no way you can there's no way you can teach a 5-year-old to lie that good. It's just not possible. Not possible. We go home. Leah's in another cast for another however many weeks. Oh, it's terrible. So we come home and my mom's just like, this child saved me, which was good because in a story that we're going to talk about next week, I almost got her in trouble. It was, yeah, we'll talk about it. It was funny. Well, now it's funny. Back then it was not. Thanks so much for watching my video. Tune in next week for another funny family story and have a happy Pineapple Thursday because Friday is just too far away. See these earrings? Aren't they pretty? My friend Kathy got them for me. Shout out to you, Kathy. Thanks for the earrings.